And welcome back everybody to episode 2 of this franchise mode, and we've gone through all the contracts and signed everybody up, so we're just going to go into free agency now. But before we do that, we're just going to take a quick look to see what we need, if anything. So look at centres. Okay, we've got, obviously we are missing, I feel like a full proper first line centre there. Obviously we've got quite a few people who can play centre and left wing, so looking for maybe a first line centre if we can. Left wing, obviously there again we still seem to be missing a first line left winger. A couple of people who can play on the second line for me. Right wing, we've got Kako. We'll try and keep maybe on the second line if we can. Again, a couple of people might be able to, and we'll use Phil Kessel quite high up on lineup, so I think we're okay for right wingers. Defense, yeah, we're quite stacked on defense. And goalies, we have Spencer Knight and we have him as well. So we've got 17.5 million. Let's go into free agency and see who we can get. May end up just being a loan deal for a year, move on. Obviously there's some big time players here, Patrick Kane, Tarasenko, but we're going to just look to see who's UFA. I'd love to get some Terry and DeBrincat, but I don't want to use up any draft picks really. Getting a little bit older in Tarasenko, but that's a little bit of a better contract. For a year, Tarasenko obviously move into the top line centre and maybe bring in Ryan O'Reilly to tie out that first line. I think that's going to be the play here. So let's put a bit in. Got 17.5 million, so we can afford to go up to maybe 10 here. Do we go Tarasenko or do we go Patrick Kane? Tarasenko, if we are completely out of the playoff race, might get us something a bit later on. So go for Tarasenko here. Let's offer a contract. Let's see if we can get him an 8.5, 3 years, one-way contract. And go for Ryan O'Reilly here as well. Again, kind of 3 years, bring him in line with Tarasenko if we keep him. Go a little bit up to 6 million because we're going to have to use a little bit of money here to make this happen. So we'll just make those two moves there on today. Now 7.5 million. Also we'll get a second and third. Let's take a quick look. Just Norris Springers, 85 overall, 24 years old, top 6 potential. It's a really good deal. But then obviously we're not giving up any players, so I'm gonna exit that. and I'm going to see what's going to happen with these deals moving forward. No, we don't want Max Domi, sorry. Just going to see now. Tarasenko's in, there's our first line, and there's O'Reilly. So that's us. That's that first line sorted. Let's take a quick look now. Contracts to see how much space we've got left. Moving in 5.3 million. So might be able to make some moves later on, but let's keep that money. Let's sim. It's the start of the season. Obviously you're going to have some offers coming here. John Monahan, decline. Strom, decline. That's one to use. That maybe the team we've got now. Yeah, we don't need that centre. We don't need John Monahan. We have enough some draft picks for him. No. Come on, let's just get to the season now. Shoving the same offer down our throats every 10 seconds is not going to make us do anything. Okay, it's a little bit of a sim now, which will be good. Hopefully we can get into pre-season. We're not interested in that player. Let's move on. Rodriguez, we do not want. Want to keep this cap space we've got. That little bit of a longer sim. We move a bit further ahead now, and hopefully. Okay, let's set our lines. Let's have a look what we've got to work with in this first season. Bunting. I'm going to let the head coach help. Kako on the third line. Yeah, Tarasenko, Bunting, O'Reilly. We are missing someone on that left side. Bunting, 28. So we're not picking up any extras there, defense-wise. Kessel, obviously play on that fourth line. Kako will hopefully develop into something very special for us. Tyson Jost down the middle. Let's have a look what we've got on D. I have to play around here because we're losing a bit of everything here. We just don't seem to be anything of our back line, so we're just going to have to go with it. Set captains. So I think, yeah, that's about it really. You know what? Let's give the alternate cap to Phil Kessel. There we go. Captains and alternate captains, and here we go. First pre-season game. It's fancy day. It's a big deal. 2 seconds. Defenseman we don't need, and no. Okay, here we have our first game. And a real-time sim this first game. It's first pre-season game, so let's real-time it. It's in the period. Carlson scores there. And we win 4-3. We come back in the third period. So we have it. That's our first win. So let's now just skim the rest of pre-season. Hopefully this should be reasonably quick. Past. Okay, that should take us up to the first game of the season. It's the Winnipeg Jets. Okay, similar to this day. It's in the game. In the first period, we take a 2-0 lead. Let's go by O'Reilly, both on Hellebuck. 2-all, break Wheeler. And we pick up a win in our first game. Ryan O'Reilly, great goal. There's our first win of the season and our first real NHL game as a franchise. So I think what we'll do here, we're going to take it almost a month at a time. So we'll go down to the 10th here. Just let it sim. As you can see from here, we lose the second game 6-2 and lose 6-4 again. The Blues, nice win over the Buffalo Sabres. We'll take a look at the draft class next time it comes up. We are leaking goals. Nice late win over San Jose. Pick up the Vegas Golden Knights as well. And a little bit of a winning streak here. 4. Make it 5 against Anaheim? No, should outloss. And it's not a deal I'm looking for. New York Rangers there, we're just 6-5 loss and a 3-0 win. We're 8-5-1 at this point in time. We've got 2 more games to go. Lose to the Islanders. Meet the Blackhawks. Let's have a look, see how the team's doing. Ryan O'Reilly leading with 13 points, 7 goals, 10 assists. There we go. So that top line is still -4, -6, -1. So they're not performing. Just getting the goals but conceding. So Phil Castle on the fourth line with 6 points in 16 games is actually not too bad. It's a -9, so obviously he might be playing a bit more time because he's the only person on that fourth line. Holder and Frederick as well. Let's have a look how the defense is doing. So Addison and Bonquist are the ones conceding. So let's have a look at maybe moving someone around. Edit the lines. See, no one's really performing. A lot of youth here. We need maybe a veteran to sort of tighten the ship a little bit. We'll go forward another month just to see what's going on with the team. Hopefully we can settle down a bit on defense. I think we're going to have to make a play though. Head to the 11th. Since this out. Okay. So the scout feels like it's going to be a good draft class. Again, a couple of losses here. Right, not interested. Again, we don't really mind a collapse here. Just need to know before the trade deadline to make some moves. Maybe trade out Telesenko. Want to collapse in this season, and that's what we're doing. See, it's still going to us offense. We've got plenty of forwards. We need to stop conceding. So a quick look at the draft class then. This is what it's looking like. So there's been a bit of swap there. That could be Aaron, could be who we are looking for really. Defenseman coming in. How? Dickinson. So that is at the moment a computer generated player. I could put the win there over Toronto Maple Leafs. No, not interested. Well, 9-1 loss to Seattle Kraken. That's not good. Raleigh drop below points a game. I think Riley, Tarasenko and Bunting are the ones for leaking goals. -15 for Tarasenko. Okay. Feel like we almost just played us out to the trade deadline here and just sort of see what we can do at the trade deadline. Decide if to get rid of like Tarasenko and like that. Long sim now, Penguins. If we're going to collapse, I'd like us to collapse fully. It's on a very good chance then of getting a high first round draft pick. Four losses in a row. 8.5. Decline. I think at this point in time I'm going to move Tarasenko and I'm going to move at the trade deadline and see if we can get us maybe even a first round draft pick. Because we're collapsing nicely here. Kind of what we wanted to do in this first season, so just going to let it happen. Get through. Hopefully, with obviously turning player morale off, that'll help as well. Take a quick look again at the draft class to see if anybody's moved up or down. There you go. Oh, Colleen being scouted. So he's being scouted. Only 13 points in 32 games. Interesting that he's that high ranked. Not performing points wise. Obviously, like I said, we'll try and move Tarasenko here at the trade deadline. Maybe pick up another first round draft pick. No, just no. Let's move on from that. A couple of wins in a row. Okay, nothing like starting to make a comeback just before the trade deadline. Prefer to be down where the Kings are or the Coyotes. Let's see. Arizona no longer exists in the AHL. going to be a seller. There's quite a few players. See, Nylander would have been a good pickup, but I don't think we need him now. Let's find a trade. Tarasenko, we're not allowed to move. Leo Carlson. Kyle O'Reilly. See, we've not really got players going to help us out. Goalie wise. Wolf is getting thing. If we try and move Spencer Knight here, we've got Spencer Knight. He's not performing. Spencer Knight. Let's see if we got any offers for him. We've got 9 Buffalo Sabres. It's an interesting offer. I'm going to decline it. Again. Let's go back and see if we can find the trade. I would have liked to have moved Tarasenko. Unfortunately we can't. Nothing on defense for us to move. So yeah. So let's add Spencer Knight again. See what offers. Okay, we've got Buffalo. Going with a second and a centre. Last star's a second, Johnson and a Lack. It's not too bad. Mrazek. A second, no. Tyler Johnson, a second, no. No. That's a big deal. I was really looking for some draft picks more than anything, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. I feel like we're okay at centre depth. You know what? I think we're going to accept this trade. There we go. I'm going to try and move Kyle O'Reilly. Again. There's 2 offers. A defenseman. Duran. A third. Tyson Berry. Jet top, probably get old. There's nothing really exciting me that at all. to remove Tarasenko. I might have to leave it at that. See, some great players up there, but he's Swayman. He was available for us to draft. That's just awful. All joking aside, let's see what it would take us to get William Nylander. Let's have a laugh. Absolutely no way. Okay, let's try and have a look for Swayman as well. They'll pretty much deplete our entire centre core. Joseph Bonquist, shooter. One year left on the deal. Yeah. Nothing. So let's exit the trade deadline. And what we'll do is we'll leave the video there and we'll carry on next week with the end of the season. What we'll do is the end of the season we'll do the re-signing phase, we'll do the draft, and we'll do free agency as well. Thank you for watching everybody. Goodbye.